thy mind over to heaviness. Now, all because as you give over your mind to heaviness, you're opening the door for every demon to come up in you and pressure you. So now the shit that happened to you at 6 years old, you're 30, and the shit that because you got an issue today and you don't get the counseling for it and you afflict yourself with it, what happened to you at 6 and you start thinking about 13. Don't let it be the same thing over that you ain't just faced and defeated the demon. Now all of them come on upon you. When instead of afflicting yourself, you should go get counseling. The counseling team we got up in here.
I hit the bottom of the feet, then I recover. Bounce, bounce, till I'm completely out of rubber. Let's go. I tied a meat tree like a Ziggy down a lover. No sweat. I'm not a priest without a cover. Yeah. I hit the bottom of the feet, then I recover. Bounce, bounce, till I'm completely out of rubber. Let's go. I tied a meat tree like a Ziggy down a lover. No sweat. I'm not a priest without a cover.
I feel the pressure, but it's checkers, boo.
Don't topple over dominoes.
Gird your loins, the abdominal.
Resisting the abominable.
Deal with the impossible like any other obstacle.
Since failure isn't optional,
you better lock it low. Yes, I'm the man, your only fan, I take it personal. Something like a Daniel out of one that makes me merciful. Some shit you never seen, some shit you never heard before. Every interaction with a prophet is a pot of gold.
Since I'm a juggernaut, don't let me get a run and start that demon's rib torn apart. You fucking thought I make you Wonder Woman. I make you Wonder Woman. I make you Wonder Woman.
Does he love me? Does he love me not? My heart's cold as Karak, like a holy Shabbat. Tears grow with the crop. Another hole in the plot, this in a hole in the shot. Every mommy ain't for poppy, just look forward to what? Look what a warrior rock. Sophistication through simplicity.
Got him out of the mud, did it without the drugs. Now they about to crush the old man. Your oppressor to that opposition, bugger off. Any bitch denied wisdom, run her off.
Year round, we don't take the summers off. Evil Morty fucking with the ricks, you feeling somersault. Young Adolf, I wanna make war. Dropped a lot of claymores up and down the great whore.
Like the Fire Lake 4.
Pour the prayers of the saints, I'm in that no limit tank. Ranked up on the plates, in the field whipping snakes. Cut the grass for the jakes, using UPK vernacular as I articulate. This the dam before it breaks.
The fire that I kindle is the reason Missy couldn't stand the rain against the window. Burn the temple, watch the simpletons erase it from existence. Pay attention to the vision straight out of the fourth dimension.
What they started in the trenches, they brought it into fruition. Likely government assistance. A dove is just a pigeon in the wrong hands. Religion is the fall of man. Me and mine gon' serve the Lord with a strong hand, yeah.
Granted, it's my calling, like a 6-shooter revolving. Not a mixed breed, but I'm dogging. These misfits need a jogging. They wrestle with that Pauline.
They vessels meant for watering, mind altering. I waltz in like a boss,
Clean.
Pillar of the salt,
Cream.
Rip another cloth,
Supreme.
Linen nothing soft.
By definition, you're the law.
Forgot the nigga God.
He said to bear your cross.
If not, we gotta knock you off.
I hit the bottom of the feet, then I recover. Bounce, bounce, till I'm completely out of rubber. Let's go. I tied a meat tree like a Ziggy down a lover.
No sweat.
I'm not a priest without a cover.
Yeah.
I hit the bottom of the feet, then I recover. Bounce, bounce, till I'm completely out of rubber. I tied a meat tree like a Ziggy down a lover.
No sweat.
I'm not a priest without a cover.
Come on.
What I'm trying to tell you, son, is be yourself. People don't like how you be yourself. Fuck them. Fuck them up against the wall. Wear handcuffs on and crazy glue in this. That's all you do.
Words to live by.
Live by them, son.
Turn your best idea into a bestseller. Do it yourself on Wix.
If you have any dark circles, redness, or blemishes, you are going to love this product. Just a little bit right here. I have been dealing with some hormonal acne. I need something that's good for sensitive skin, the perfect natural finish, and it's so easy to blend. It does not clog pores and it has no silicone. I'm honestly very impressed.
take a second, we reflecting with the light, but this the life, I fucking love it. Wouldn't trade it to be white, now that's alright. I got the right at birth, the devil's redefining worth.
Someday you'll pay the price.
No, I don't break a fold, I need and bake the dough, then recreate the flow. They think they making dough, what they forsake is so essential. Over lentils, get your issue, guess who's on this instrumental with you? A damn if we was family, view unread and call it spam. I'm not a fan of Antichrist, they slayed the man, I swayed the Tim like here I am, the son of Sam is taking shots at David Berkowitz. Pussy.
Someday you'll pay the price.
A different discipline existed in this New York state of mind. Say since not not the actor, but the year he's effort. Not one thing in mind to grind until this gavel turns his words to mirth from Babel. Since 69, I follow protocol. This kingdom built on guy bones, so I can't love Esau, and I can't fuck with y'all. I ain't gotta say it twice, you vouching for the enemy, but
someday you'll pay the price.
Look, my father ain't have a father cause of dope. I'm anti-politics cause Christ died from a vote. How the richest nation locked the homeless up for being cold. How ironic they relating smoking weed to getting stoned. You trim your ways and seek they love. I'ma bring this sword back wet with a vesta dipped in blood. Niggas giving up when they don't even give enough. Going nowhere fast, niggas always in a rush. I give them love cause my brother's lost. Christians eating, watch they brothers starve. No way I can serve another God. I give my love cause my brother's lost. Christians eating, watch they brothers starve. I can't serve another God. Cold-blooded.
You understand? You done found a new breed of Hebrews that stand and walk with the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, and we don't care who we got to come up against. You ain't standing before this truth. You understand? We done took them all on and gonna continue to take them all on.
Surrounded by Edomites, lost a lot of truth to this tree of life. Open up the book just to see I'm right. Reminiscing on my ancestors, on those ships who had to plead for life. Took us to a place where ain't never safe there. Poisoning our foods and put our children up in daycare. Fresh out of slavery, still thinking that they care. Guns in the community, children can't play there. Brothers still brainwashed, we died for that same cause. Took away our history, believing that we ain't lost. Brother, I'm an Israelite, sin is like kryptonite. Brothers won't pray, no, they'd rather link a chick tonight. Praises to the Most High, I ain't like most guys. Eyes on the future, but I learned from a boat ride. Tribe of Benjamin, inherited on both sides. Background Jamaica, mistreated and I know why. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Kwam Yasha Allah, sons of the power. Rise from the ghetto when Satan want us devoured. The zeal of the Lord ain't found in church towers. Never dying on my knees like no coward. Wanna be an Israelite, you gon' need more than fringes. You gon' need to show you approve and get in them scriptures. Oh, I forgot to mention, traumatized from the lynching. Homicide, we the victim, Amistad ain't the ending.
kids with PTSD, suffering symptoms, never getting treatment, something he gotta sleep with. Stockholm syndrome so long, it ain't a secret. That's why I die for them brothers I'm facing east with. Cause I'm an Israelite, crackers better get it right. Visions of my enemies, death flow through my dreams at night. And if your mind ain't there, then we don't dream alike. Reporting live from hell, home of Christians and Edomites.
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
While they play the sidelines, comfortable on benches. Catch me on the front lines, putting work in trenches. Making sure our election, preparing for Armageddon. Mastering this profession of prophesying these lessons. Protecting our adolescents and answering all their questions. Teaching the love they reflection, no matter what the complexion. We got a common connection, a part of God's hand selection. A shot at the resurrection, through us achieving perfection. But to give life takes sacrifice. Battle demons every fight. Short days and long nights. Less sleep and more fights. More wisdom, more strife. Telling everybody that they wrong and you're right. I'm an Israelite, blood of an Israelite. I ride for my Israelites and die for my Israelites. We owe a debt cause Christ paid the price. So who ready to give their life the life of an Israelite?
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
I have 12 emails, 30 messages, and a proposal due by 10. How am I already underwater?
I'm in the same boat.
I'm in an actual...
Really serious and you're looking for a Christ man, the one who anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord, to do his will. I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo slave ship. What the fuck he do for blacks in his administration? I'm waiting, patient like a saint. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate your ass the same. Paint Christ in they image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soul niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, Amy murdered by them and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose by the Lord, we could never be the same. Soon as they born, the wicked go astray. They left the truth, they wasn't with us anyway. Niggas weak, they just saying anything to be truthful. We don't want no cowards anyway. Look, coronavirus, that's a plague. You don't get too much sleep when you waking up the dead. First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. Came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
Pando killed the beat.
I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all don't speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans getting locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died, y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew, you a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum, a gun would die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth, I had to make it clear. How Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947, your menorah got 9 sticks, it's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world, Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs, bunch of thieves and culture vultures, ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you litter. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, this the feast of Purim. You BK undefeated, this a easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bastard and they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil, who is? I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he get them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, this what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'd punch you in person. I know this an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ, they the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas, they a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth, niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4, I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews.
All right, Shalom Israel. We're about to get this Lord Cal Sabbath Service on the way. We're going to say Majum, which means stand. Shout out to Israel. Upon Hagadon, which means face the east. We'll start with the Lord's Prayer. All right, Abanau.
Now,
Bashimai.
Bashimai,
Kadash.
Wadash,
Hayat.
Hayat,
Shukad.
Shukad,
Howard.
Yahweh,
Malakata.
Amalaka,
Tabaha.
Tawah,
Ratazaka.
Ratazai,
Hayat.
Hayat,
Asha.
Aisha,
Ratazaka.
Baratza,
Tawa.
Tawah,
Hayat.
Hayat,
Shemai.
Shmai,
Dunmana.
Tabana,
Nakam.
Lakam,
Cal.
Cam,
Yuwam.
Yawam,
Wasalak.
Wasalak now,
Wasna.
Kawap now,
Wasalak.
Kaslak now,
Kawak. Gena.
Kawap Gina,
Walaha.
Wala,
Amayana.
Abiyai now,
Second one.
Saiwan,
Abo.
Ball,
Awashina.
Abashai now,
Ayan.
Mayan,
Right.
Right,
Ayalaka.
Kayaka,
Amalakwa.
Amalakwa,
Wahala.
Wahala,
Wahatapara.
Wahatapara,
I will love you.
I will love you.
Amen.
Amen. In the English, our Father,
Our Father.
which art in heaven,
Art in heaven.
hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Oh,
thy kingdom come,
kingdom come.
thy will be done
Will be done.
in earth
Earth.
as it is in heaven.
It is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread.
daily bread.
Give us our debts,
Give us our debt.
as we forgive our debtors.
Forgive our debt.
And lead us not
And lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation.
but deliver us
Deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
Thine is the kingdom
and the power,
and the power
and the glory,
and the glory.
forever.
Right.
So be it.
So be it. The power. Yahweh Shim Yahushua.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua,
Baba Kusha.
Bapashah,
Hazalana.
Adamana,
Hakat.
Hakat,
Hakat.
Hakat,
Arapa'ah.
Barakah,
Cal Makala.
Kal Makalah,
Cal Manawa.
Kal Mahawa,
Hakat.
Hakat,
Matahar.
Batahar,
Matazari.
Matazorian,
Hakat.
Hakat,
The Hakwil.
Bahakwim,
Hamathium.
Mamathium,
Hakat.
Hakat,
Arakawa.
Awakawa,
Mata'ala.
Hatima'ala,
Wadar Shan.
the Garsh,
Hashim Yahushua.
Shem Yahushua,
Wadaman.
the water amen. Yahweh,
Yahweh.
in the name of Yahushua,
In the name of Yahushua.
please give us the power,
Please give us the power.
power to heal all manner of sickness,
Heal all manner of sickness.
and all manner of disease,
And all manner of disease.
the power to cleanse the leper,
Power to cleanse the leper.
power to raise the dead,
Power to raise the dead.
the power against unclean spirits,
Power against unclean spirits.
cast them out.
Cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua,
In the name of Yahushua.
thank you, so be it.
So be it. I will bless Israel. Yahweh Shim Yahushua.
How about Shem Yahushua,
Barak Lanao.
Barak Banah,
Yashirala.
Wayasharala,
Wahayabayah.
Wahayamayah,
Baryam.
Sapari,
Barak.
Barak,
Rapah.
Rapa'ah,
Magan.
Magun,
Agan.
Magun,
Hashim Yahushua.
Shem Yahushua,
Wadaman.
the water amen. Yahweh,
Yahweh.
in the name of Yahushua,
In the name of Yahushua.
bless us
Bless us.
and Israel
And Israel.
and the school.
And the school.
Bless,
Bless.
heal,
Heal.
shield,
Shield.
protect,
Protect.
Thompson family,
Thompson family.
Gibbs family,
Gibbs family.
Harris family,
Harris family. Price family.
Price family,
Randall family.
Randall family,
Buck family.
Buck family,
Fame family.
Fame family,
Dinwiddie family.
Dinwiddie family,
Lewis family.
the Lewis family,
And the Howard family.
and the Howard family. In the name of
In
Yahushua,
the name of Yahushua.
thank
Thank
you, so be it.
So be it. All right, Psalms 121. Aisha'ah.
Ashakah,
Ayanya.
Ayanya,
Al-Hahariya.
Ahahori,
Ayanya.
Mayan,
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah,
Azariah.
Azori,
Azariah.
Azori,
Ma'an.
Ma'ayin,
Howard.
Yahweh,
Aisha.
Asha,
Shamayam.
Shemayam,
Baharatazah.
Maratazah,
Al-Yathan.
Aritan,
Lamawat.
Lamawat,
Regal.
Regal,
Al-Yalawah.
Ariyanawam,
Shamar.
Yashun,
Shawamar,
Shawamar,
Yasharal,
Yasharala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamar,
Shamar,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Tazal,
Tazal,
Al-Yad,
Al-Yad,
Yamika,
Yamyaka,
Yamawam,
Yawamam,
Ashamash,
Hashemash,
Ayakaka,
Ayakaka,
Wayara,
Wayara,
Halayala,
Halayala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamar,
Yashamar,
Kalra,
Makara,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Aslapasha,
Pashka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
After,
Kasa Afka,
Wabawa After,
Wabawa Afka,
Walam,
I will love. I will lift up my eyes
I lift up my eyes
unto the hills,
until the hill,
from which cometh my help.
which comes my help.
My help coming from the power,
My help coming from the power,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth
He
thee
that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right
The
hand.
sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy
He
soul.
shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve thy going up
and thy coming in
and thy coming in.
from this time forth
From this time forth
and even forevermore.
and forevermore. All right, Psalm 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim,
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Namayalaka,
All Thakarash.
Al-Thakarash,
For all Tashakwat.
Al-Tashquat,
All Hayahana.
Kayahana,
Awayadika.
Awayabika,
Yahamaya Wam.
Yahamaya one,
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash,
Al-Amika.
Al-Aimaka,
Ya'iran Yamwa.
Ya'arayamwa,
Awadah.
Sawadah,
Ayataya Aitizwa.
Wayatha to Isra,
Al-Tazapan one Yaka.
Al-Tazapah one Yaka,
Amarwa.
Amarwa,
Lakawa.
Lakawa,
Wanakakidam.
Wanakakidim,
Magalia.
Magalia,
Al-Ayazakar.
Ayazakar,
Shem Yasharab.
Shem Yasharah,
Awadah.
Awadah,
Hayah.
Kaya,
Aitizwa.
Aitizawa,
Laba.
Laba,
Yakatwa.
Yakat,
Al-Yakar.
Al-Yakat,
Haryat.
Maria,
Yakaraswa.
Yakarah,
Alahayim.
Alahai,
Hawam.
Alawami,
Hayashema.
Ayashemai,
Halayam.
Alayami,
Hawa'aba.
Awa'ab,
Wahadari.
Hagari,
Gabal.
Gabal,
Wa'anawan.
Wa'anawan,
Wahamalak.
Hamala,
Halashak.
Halashah,
And Yashabi.
and Yashabia,
As a war.
War,
Kamasha war.
Damasha War,
Halawa.
Nawawat,
Imam.
Imam,
Ayawa.
Hayawat,
Zerawa.
Surawat,
Abanyalawa.
Banyalawat,
Salah.
Salah,
Ashalaham.
Ashalaham,
Imagine.
Imagine,
Kasiyah Sarah.
Kasayat, Sarah,
Kayabin.
Kayabin,
Olakal.
Barakal,
Koyashwan.
Koyashwin,
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa,
Ayan Ara.
Ayanda Ara,
Ayawa.
Ayawa,
Aman.
Yaman,
La Adama.
the Adamat,
Ayatambwa.
Shayatamwa,
Daya Mawa.
the Dayamawa,
Ta'ara.
Tara,
What was the Abba?
what was the Abba,
What was the Bat?
what was the Ba,
What was the Zol?
what was the Zon, Mara'ai,
Kal Nasaya Kamwa.
Kal Nasayakamwa,
Ashar.
Ashar,
Amarwa.
Amarwa,
Ayrashah.
Irashah,
Alawa.
Narawa,
Na'awa.
Nawa,
Alahayim.
Alahayim,
Alahayat.
Alahayat,
Ayatambwa.
Shayatamwa,
Magalbi.
Galgi,
Fakwash.
Shakwash,
La Panya Warika.
the Panya Rawaka,
Ka'ash.
the Ash,
Baba Ira Yahina.
the Arya Iron,
Wakalah Haba.
Wakalah Abba,
Alahat.
Salahat,
Ariyam.
Aryam,
Viradatma.
they were Dotman,
Basa Irika.
Basa Irika,
Wabasawa.
Basa Irika,
Wabasawa Patka.
Wabasawa Pata,
Baba Halam.
Nabahalam,
Mala'a.
Nabaha,
Panyaham.
Panyaham,
Wakawam.
Palawan,
Wayakwash.
Wayabakwash,
Shimka.
Shimka,
Hawa.
Yahawa,
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa,
Wayabahawa.
Wayabahawa,
Ayat.
Ay,
Wayakaparwa.
Wayaparwa,
Wayabat.
Wayabakwa,
Wayanaiwa.
Wayana'iwa,
Ayatha.
Kayata,
Shimka.
Shimka,
Hawa.
Yahawa,
Labaka.
Nabaka,
Al-Yadawam.
Al-Yawan,
Al-Kaha Aratizah.
keep not thy sight,
Not thy sight.
O Yahweh,
Oh, Yahweh.
hold not thy peace,
Hold not thy peace.
and be not still,
Be not still.
O Yahweh,
Oh, Yahweh.
for lo,
For lo,
thy enemies have made a tumult,
thy enemies make a tumult,
and they that hate thee
and they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up their head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people,
and consulted against thy hidden
and
one.
consulted against thy enemies.
They have said,
They have said,
come,
Come,
and let us cut them off
let us cut them off
from being a nation,
from being a nation.
that the name of Israel
The name of Israel
may be no more remembered.
may be no more of them.
For they have consulted together
But they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one
They
consent.
have confederate against them.
They are confederate.
The tabernacles of Edom.
Tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
And the Hagarenes.
Cabal. And Ammon.
And Ammon.
And Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
The Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
The inhabitants of Tyre.
Asher also joined with them.
Asher is also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As to the Midianites.
As to the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kison.
The brook of Kison.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a red.
Make their nobles like a red.
And like Zahed.
Like Zahed.
Yea.
Yea.
All their princes as Zabah.
All their princes as Zabah.
And Zalmunna.
And as Zalmunna.
Who said.
Let
us take to ourselves.
Let's take to ourselves.
The houses of Yahweh.
Houses of Yahweh.
In possession.
In possession.
Oh my power.
Oh my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the fire burnt the wood.
As the fire burnt the wood.
And as the flame set the mountains on fire.
And as the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
So persecute them.
With thy tempest.
With thy tempest.
And make them afraid.
And make them afraid.
With thy storm.
With thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
They may seek thy name.
Oh Yahweh.
Oh Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And trouble forever.
Trouble forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
Perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That whose name alone.
Whose name alone.
Is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Art the most high.
Art the most high.
Of all the earth.
All the earth. Sorry, what you mean, turn? Shot what you mean, BC. Yeah. All right, Israel, we're about to get this on the way. You know, and like I say, saying these prayers, man, is a very wonderful thing. You know what I'm saying? We go back to our original language, which is Hebrew. You understand? You know, that's what a Hebrew Israelites. Hebrew is the language. You know, Israelite is a nation. You understand? So, you know, saying these prayers in the Hebrew. You know, saying the Most High is hearing these prayers in the Hebrew because that's our original language. And that's what we go back to from antiquity. You understand? So, you know, if you can, you know what I'm saying, try to go along as much as you can with these prayers because they definitely make a difference to the Most High, you understand? They definitely make a difference to your salvation. So, don't get mistaken. These prayers means very much, you know, a significant part of our history and our culture.
Yeah. But the brother bring it out is so heavy is that's definitely the native tongue and another powerful thing. We talk about it all the time, but Psalms 83, man, that joint's so heavy. Because that's like people say the Lord is all love. Somebody told me that last night. God is all love. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't even understand. This prayer, Psalms 83, is a prayer to curse the other nations.
Right.
And the only way you could do that is to hate with a perfect hate. Hate the way the same thing way the Most High hates. You understand?
Right.
And that's to know that your nation of people is being oppressed, that they being jammed up, and the other nations are against them. You understand?
Oppression is more of a good term saying what our nation is being oppressed.
Man, and when you hate the fact that your brothers and sisters are starving out here on the streets, living in meager means and have nothing.
Exactly.
And you don't. What does it say? Surely oppression makes a wise man angry.
Wise man mad.
You know what I mean? If you're not upset about the state of your people, then you're not a brother. You're not a brother to your brother. You could never be in this school. You understand? Because every brother in here is absolutely pissed off about the state of blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians.
Right. That's a lot on me. I mean, if it matters to you, you know what I'm saying, you take your ride through San Francisco and go through the, you know, what's the area we in? Tenderloin, you know what I'm saying?
Market District.
Yeah. You see how many people's on the streets, you understand? And if you ain't mad about that, you know what I'm saying, you pretty much have a selfish way that you've been brought up in as well, you understand? And we, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, we not trying to pinpoint nobody, but we try to bring out these things because they do make a difference, you understand? It's like he came out and said, oppression make a wise man mad. If you ain't mad about how our people is, you understand, you don't really care about, you know, the next man until it's, you know what I'm saying, until when you finna go down, and then not everything matters. You know, it matters before that.
Michael Jackson, when they took his ass to trial, then he wanted the Muslims on his side. You know what I mean? Then you want to help the black people doing your fall. It's like P. Diddy. Now he wants all the love from the black community, and everybody should stand up for him when he's a wicked ass man. You understand?
All the stuff that he was doing, you know, to our people, you know, it don't even matter to him then. It's like you said, when it's time for him to fall, when he's down, you know, he wanted all the help, you understand? And when he's been, you know what I'm saying, turned against our people, have not cared about our people.
Not cared.
You know what I'm saying? You may hear about this and that, you know what I'm saying, but the majority of what he has done to our people, you know what I'm saying, doesn't override the fact that the wickedness that he's been displaying and, you know, not caring about, you know what I'm saying, our nation of people.
Right. And another thing, when you're watching this trial, you got to pay attention to the fact that the things we heard about the freak off, they're not bringing none of that out. They're not bringing the big names out. You know, understand?
Right.
They're not bringing the big names out and all these things. They just talking about his sexual demons and deviance. You understand?
Right.
It's specifically based on him because you know why? Because there's so many other people involved with the wickedness that he got going on, and they don't want to. This trial will last three or 4 years if they had to bring out all the people.
Right.
Now, what we do see is the fact that he was a lustful bastard who preyed upon somebody's daughter. And the only way to make that right, and I'm not condoning this, is that somebody did the same damn thing to his daughters. You understand? How would you like it if somebody did what you did to that girl in that hallway, to your daughter? You know what I mean? He tried to field goal her goddamn head off her shoulders. You understand me? He tried to kick her damn neck off her shoulders. That's wicked. So, with that being said, that's the state that black people are in, Hispanic people are in. ICE showing up to rallies, arresting people with things. This is not your place of rest, man. If you comfortable about being in America, you don't have like a player haters ball, hate in your heart. You know what I'm saying? You don't have disdain in your heart for this nation, for this place where we've come to rest at, and you don't want to separate and join the men in the ISUPK and the command in General Yohana, then you're a wicked brother to your brothers, and you could never be considered someone who's trustworthy. You know what I mean?
Right. It's a lot. We're not trying to, you know what I'm saying, pinpoint P. Diddy, you know what I'm saying? Because he did learn this, you know what I'm saying? And
from somebody.
Yeah, he learned this from somebody. You know, when you get
it was done to him.
Right, exactly.
It was done to him.
When you get into that upper so-called escalon class of money and power, you understand, you know, all of them is, you know what I'm saying, doing the same thing. But just like you said, all the names ain't coming out because they don't want you to see that your old person is the one really behind this. You understand? So they're gonna fall on Puffy, you know what I'm saying? Because he's the scapegoat at this moment.
Right.
You understand? But he did, like I said, he learned this from somebody. And who he learned it from is our oppressor. He's the original, you understand, what is it? I want to say gangster, but you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say it.
He's the original villain.
Yeah, he's the original villain.
I don't want to say gangster, he's a villain. You know what I'm saying? He's the villain in the movie.
Right. He's the original villain in the movie and everything that's playing out right You know what I'm saying? Puffy just didn't have the integrity to, you know what I'm saying, when he seen certain things, he didn't have the integrity to not just go that way. He just following the money trail, making his pockets fat, you know what I'm saying, and stepping on who we can step on, because at that time ain't nobody doing that. Like I said, now he's the scapegoat. They're gonna press on him now, you know what I'm saying? And they making him do what, you know what I'm saying, they want him to do. Everything that's being brought up now is because they controlling Puffy to a certain extent, you understand?
Right. It's kind of like they're spanking them on it. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're giving them a quick reality check. You know what I mean? You're still a nigga, right?
Right. Exactly.
When it's all said and done, you're still a nigga. And here's another thing that Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians, we're gonna get to the topic. We're gonna get down to the business in 1 second. But if you know something's bad, but you continue to wage, then that makes you a bad person. That's like if you know you was abused and you continue to abuse, right, then that makes you just as sick as the person who perpetrated it to you. Exactly. You should want to fix it. You understand?
Fix yourself.
You should want to fix yourself, that you don't treat people the way that you felt offended by.
Right.
If something offended you, then why would you go out of your way to offend somebody else? You should want to not offend them. That's what it means to be a true Christian, you understand? Right. Not what the damn Christian church tells you. Not go out here and do what the hell you want to do, and the Lord loves you anyways.
Right.
To be a true Christian is to be like Christ. Christian means Christ-like, you understand? And Christ, when he loved his brothers and sisters, he didn't go out. He came to show you how to be a better version of yourself. And doing the things that your father did, that your grandfather did, that's not being a better version of yourself. That's being a replica. You understand?
Right. That's a learned behavior.
That's a learned behavior. And you're not being a true Christian. And I hate that we don't use that word up in here, but I'm telling you the terminology of the word.
Right.
It's to be Christ-like. Right. And nothing about Christians is Christ-like. They eat pork. They molest. They essay little kids. You understand?
Man.
They rape women.
Man.
They abuse the word of God. You understand? To their life. They take it and they do what the hell they want to do. They use the best verses for the best situation that they are in. It's to wash their hands, just like the Sadducees and the Pharisees, who knew better. Well, who should have known better, but they wasn't taught by a true man of the Most High. You understand? These Christians, they need to get under this banner, under Commanding General Yohana and the ISUPK, and then they too can be better people, and they won't go out here and commit the crimes that these people have committed against their people. Every brother in here has died so he can live. You understand?
Right.
Every brother in here has gave up his old self to be somebody new. And they love that new person. The Lord loves that new person. You understand? You want to be loved by the Most High, you got to get rid of the old you.
Right.
And become a brand new version of yourself. Of Christ. You got to be a representative. Like they say, what does Christ look like? Salah. He look like Amwan. He looked like Tazabah. He looks like Karak. He looks like any of these brothers that you see walking around here. You understand?
Right.
That's what Christ looks like, because these brothers are a representation of Christ. They come out here and they go out and do the same damn thing that the Christ did. They wake up the dead. They sound the alarm to the people, and they present the Lord's word throughout the whole planet. It's ISUPK men all throughout the planet. You want to get busy?
One more thing, and what we're saying is, what I'm saying, don't wait till something tragic happens to you. You understand? Have this understanding so you can prevent these things from happening to you. You understand? Like you said, change your ways and become a new creature to Christ. You understand? And this is what the ISUPK is about. You understand? Because we got men, from all walks of life. that has changed their life, you know what I'm saying, to come to fall up under that banner of the Most High in Christ, you understand? We, you know what I'm saying, we wasn't all born with a silver spoon in our mouth. We came from the same neighborhoods you came from, the same ghettos you came from, the same barrios you came from, you know what I'm saying? But we had to, you know what I'm saying, once Christ, you know what I'm saying, gave us that intuition to, you know, to follow him, you know, men has changed their lives. Men has tried to change the lives of other people. And that's what we hear about.
That he who has an ear hear.
Exactly. That he who has an ear hear. You understand? And that's what we try to wake people up and give them, you know what I'm saying, this notion of, like I say, don't wait till these things happen, because that's the only time it matters, when you fall, you understand, when you're on the ground. But if you can prevent that from happening, you understand, you need to take that route. All right. We're going to start at Exodus chapter 30 and verse 20 in the Hebrew. Baba Allah, Ahar, Mawa I, Yara ka Tazawa, Mayam, Wala'a, Yamathwa, Baga Shatam, Hamazabak, Lasha Raf, Lahakwa Tayar, Asha, La Yahweh, verse 21, Waraka Tazawa, Yad Yaham, Wara Gol Yaham, Wala'a, Yamathwa, Wahayata, Laham, Kwak, Chak, I Walam, La Wala Zaraiwa, Lada Ratam, 23. No, 22. Waya Debar, Yahal, Masha, La Amar, 23. Wa'atam, Kwa, La Ka, Basha Mayam, Wa'am, Mar, Darawar, Kamash, Ma'awat, Wakwa Namam, Man, Masham, Maka Tazayafwa, Kamashyam, Wama Afyam, Wakwa Na, Basham, Kamashyam, Wama Afyam, verse 24. Wakwada, Kamash, Ma'awat, Basha Kwa, Hakwadash, Washaman, Zayat, Hana, verse 26. Wa Aish Yata, Athwa, Shaman, Masha Kat, Wa Dash, Wa Kwak, Mara Kwa Kat, Ma'aisha, Wa Kwak, Shaman, Masha Kath, Wadash, Yahweh, verse 26. Wama Shaka, Wa, Ah, Ha, Mawa'ai, Wa'ah, our one, Ha'adat. All right, thanks. All right, DJ said we was new. No, we came. We always said that. All right, Exodus 30 and 20 in English. When they go into the tabernacle of the congregation, they shall wash with water, that they die not. Or when they come near to the altar to minister, to burn offering made by fire unto the Most High. Verse 21, so they shall wash their hands and their feet, that they do not die, that they die not, Slav. And it shall be as a statute forever to them, even to him, and to his seed throughout their generations.
What if everybody know what a statute is? That's a law, it's commandment. You understand? That's right. It should be a law that you wash before you come into the house of the Lord. You understand? That you be cleansed of anything. So this is a statute that the Most High is bringing out. Go ahead.
Verse 23. Moreover, the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, 3, take thou also unto the principal spices of pure myrrh 500 shekels, and of sweet cinnamon of half of sweet cinnamon half so much. Cinnamon half so much, even 250 shekels, and a sweet calamus of 250 shekels.
Yeah. If you understand shekels is pounds, or it's a measurement. You understand?
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 24. And of cassia 500 shekels, after the shekels of the sanctuary, and of all olive and hin. Verse 25. And thou shalt make it an oil of holy ointment, an ointment compound after the art of the apothecary. It shall be an holy anointing oil. Verse 26. And thou shalt anoint the tabernacle of the congregation therewith, and the ark of the testimony.
We all know what anointing is. It's like to bless something, to make something sacred. You understand?
Right.
When you put this oil upon it, it's just like the brothers who come into the school and they take that oath, and you get oil poured on your head. You get anointed. You understand? You get cleansed, and you get made holy. You separated from the rest of the nations. From the rest of the people that are out there. You're making a decree that you have changed and you're a different person than they are. Go ahead.
Verse 27. Wa'ath hashalakan, wa'ath call Yahweh, wa'ath hamana ra, wa'ath call Yahweh, wa'ath mazabak Hakwat Rath, verse 28. Wa'ath Mazabak Ha'ila, Wa'ath Call Yahweh, Wa'ath Hakayar, Wa'at, Kanwa, verse 29, Wakwadashah, Atam, Wahayawa, Kwadash, Kwadashim, Kor, Hanagai, Baham, Yakwadash, verse 30, Wa'at, Aharan, Wa'at, Banyawa, Tamashaf, Wakwadashaf, Atam, Lakahan, Laya, Thirty-one. Wa'ah, Banyam, Yasharah, Tadabar, La Amar, Shaman, Masha Kaf, Kwadash, Yahaya, Za, Laya, Lada Raf, Yakam. Verse 32, Bashar, Adam, La'a, Yaya Sak, Waba Math, Kanathwa, La'a, the Aishwa, Kamawa, Wadash, Hawa'a, Wadash, Yahaya, Makam. Verse 33, Yash, Ashar, Asherah, Yawakwak, Kamama, Wa'ayashar, Yatan, Mamanwa, Sar, Wanakara, Ma'ainyawa. All right. Exodus 30 and 27. And the table and all his vessels, and the candlesticks and his vessels, and the altar of incense. 28. And the altar of burnt offering with all his vessels, and the laver and his foot. And thou shalt sanctify them, that they may be most holy. Whatsoever toucheth them shall be holy. Verse 30, and thou shalt anoint Aaron and his sons, and consecrate them, that they may minister unto me in the priest's office. And thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, this shall be an holy anointing oil unto me throughout your generations. 32. Upon man's flesh shall it not be poured, neither shall you make any other like it after the composition of it. It is holy, and it shall be holy unto you. 33. Whosoever compoundeth any like it, or whosoever putteth any of it upon a stranger, shall even be cut off from his people.
All right, so you got to come to understanding that there's two strangers. There's an Israelite whom is out here living like the other nations, but he can be grafted back into the truth. You understand? You can be just like all of us was out here living like the other nations. but found out that we were Israelites and we were grafted back into the thing. This is a stranger that can come up underneath the oil. It's talking about a stranger who is not another nation of people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Another nation of people can't be blessed. They can't be holy. They can't be any of these things. And people think that this is a religion. To be an Israelite is a religion. It's a bloodline. It's a nation. The Israelites were a nation of people. This is what they say. Sammy Davis Jr. converted into being an Israelite. You know what I mean? Or Jew. When in reality he was, you know what I mean?
Right.
Can't convert to another nation. Be black, you know what I mean? Right. Africans can't be black or Negroes. They Africans. So, but this is like they making it like being a Muslim. You understand?
Right.
Like what did Malcolm X say when he went over to Mecca? He saw every nation under the sun was in Islam. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that don't happen over here. Those are strangers. You know what I mean? Those strangers can't be an Israelite. Go ahead.
It's like when we say Africans can't be black, we're not just talking about the skin color.
The skin color. We talking.
Yeah,
we talking about the nation.
Yeah, we talking about the bloodline. Yeah, we the same. You know what I'm saying? We got the same skin tone. It's just like Japanese and Chinese. You understand? Got the same skin tone. They're not the same people. Africans know that. You know what I'm saying? They're not Israelites.
Right.
They know that. You know what I'm saying? But we've been under this.
But Israelites don't know that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Black people don't know that.
Right.
Good.
You know, we all been under this, you know, learned behavior, you know what I'm saying, being taught from a young age, you know what I'm saying, not knowing who we are. You know, our parents just as well, you know. So when you come into the knowledge of this, you understand, you know what I'm saying, you can teach who wants to be taught. You can't make nobody be in, you know, a true Israelite, you know, so they have to, you know what I'm saying, learn by example. We here to set that example of who you are according to the, you know what I'm saying, the Most High and the Bible, you understand, where all this knowledge comes from.
It all goes back to let he who has an ear hear. This is true. Christ, when Christ spoke in parables, it was because it wasn't for everybody.
Right.
Everybody, if everybody was in it, there'd be calamity and there'd be all kinds of stuff. No, he wants to separate you from the rest of the riffraff. In due time, every knee is supposed to bow.
It's going by. Right.
It's going by. You know what I'm saying? But right now, he's looking for the fishermen.
Right.
Separating them from the rest of the people. And those that were strangers to him, he's bringing them back home and making them familiar. Not a stranger, you know what I'm saying?
So if you want to be taught, you understand, we're here to teach you.
Right.
You know, but if we can't make you, you know what I'm saying, if you don't want to hear it, then hey, you know what I'm saying, we can't waste our time just trying to, you know what I'm saying, penetrate this in your brain.
Right.
You know, it's like you said, he who have an ear, let him hear. You want to hear this, and you're interested in who you are and where you come from, who your forefathers is, because your forefathers ain't on Mount Rushmore. That's for damn sure. None of them is on Mount Rushmore. Where they got all these, you know what I'm saying, what our president has put up there talking about our forefathers. No, your forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Right.
That's who you descend from. You know, that's who your forefathers is. Like I said, we wasn't taught this. They don't teach us in your schools. You know what I'm saying? Your churches don't even teach this. You may have 1% of your church that may say something about, you know, who your forefathers is. And that percentage is so low because as of tomorrow, you know, everybody's they're going to dress up. You know, these women going to put on these big old hats. You know what I'm saying? You're going to put on your best 3-piece suit and now later gators. You're going to put on your now later gators, you know what I'm saying? And all you doing is dressing up. You ain't learning nothing.
I hope they're watermelon now laters. Watermelon now laters. Go, Brad.
You know, but you know what I'm saying, we here to bring this knowledge, you know what I'm saying, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we can be anointed in spirit come back to, you know what I'm saying, our way of our history, our true history, you know, and our culture, so we can all come together, just like the scriptures say. Gather yourselves together, you understand? And that's the must what we should do.
Old nation that's not desired.
Right. We that nation is not desired because they know
everybody want to be a nigga until it's time to be a nigga.
Right.
They don't want that. They don't want the penalties that come with it. You understand? Because it's penalties that come with being a nigga, and we put that coat on and we wear that thing proudly. We adorn ourselves in niggerdom. You know what I'm saying?
You know?
That makes we adorn it. We put the jacket on and fasten it tight.
Yeah.
It takes a special person to be a nigga. You understand?
Exactly.
It takes a special kind of person to be a spick or a redneck. What they call them? Indians rednecks. Redneck is white person. Huh? Right. It's a lot. They call the Indian red bone or whatever it is.
Yeah,
something to do with red.
Yeah. What's that term? Savage. Basically, they call them
savage. So it takes a special person to be a native Indian. It takes a special kind of person to be that, because you got to put that jacket on and you got to wear it. You understand? Right. And you got to love it. And that's like the brothers up here. They love being a nigga. They love being a stick. They love being a damn red skin.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Red skin is what it is.
Yeah. Well, turn right there. All right. Exodus chapter 30, verse 34. In the Hebrew, Waya Amar, Yahaya, Yahawa, Masha, Kwak, Laka, Samyam, Na Ta, Washa Kalaf, Wakalabana, Samyam, Wala Bana, Zakah, Bad, Babad, Yahaya, verse 35, Wa Aish Yata, Al Ata, Quataraf, Raquak, Ma'aisha, Rawaquak, Mamalak, Tahawar, Quadash, verse 36, Washaka Quat, Mama Na, Hadak, Wana Tata, Mama Na, Lapanya, Ha'aidath, Ba'ahal, Mawa'ai, Ashara, Awa'ai, Maka, Shama, Kodashim, Tahaya, Makam, verse 37. Waha Kwa Taraf, Ashar, Ta'aisha, Mamath Kanata, La'a, Ta'aishwa, Lakam, Kodash, Tahaya, Laka, La Yahweh, verse 38.
And thou shalt.
Verse 38. Ayash, Ashira, Ya'aisha, Kamawa, Lahara, Yash, Laha, Wana Karaf. What verse you wrote? This is 38. Start at 34.
Oh, okay. So 36.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Ma'ain Yawa, Okay, Exodus 31:1. Why Debar, Yahweh, Mashah, La'amar, verse 2. Ra'ah, Quara, Bamash, Basham, Batazar, Allah, Bun, Warrior, Bun, War, Lamata, Yahawada. Right. Exodus 30:34. And the Lord said unto Moses, take unto thee sweet spices. State. 34. Sweet spices. State. And onyaka and galbanum. These sweet spices with pure frankincense, each shall there be a lightweight. Measure them equally. Go ahead. Verse 35. And thou shalt make it a perfume, a confession after the art of apothecary, tempered together, pure and holy. This is the most I'm telling you about the smell. He want to smell inside the thing. You know what I mean? You put this together. You put this together, and you make that frankincense and myrrh. You know what I'm saying? Right. Or something similar to, because it has what frankincense. Frankincense, right? Sweet spices of pure frankincense. Galbanum. Right. These sweet spices with frankincense, each shall there be a lightweight. Okay, verse 36. And thou shalt beat some of it very small, and put of it before the testimony in the tabernacle of the congregation, where I will meet with thee. It shall be unto you most holy. Verse 37. And as for the perfume which thou shalt make, ye shall not make to yourselves according to the composition thereof. It shall be unto thee holy for the Most High. Verse 38. Whosoever shall make like unto that, no smell thereto, shall even be cut off from his people. So he's saying you can't make this for yourself. This is for the tabernacle only. Right. You can't just be walking around smelling like this. Right. This is something that's only for when you come into the house of the Lord. Right. So you'll be cut off from your people. So so that's something we all got to understand, because a lot of things, like I said, we've been brought up to be cut off from our people and don't know from the things that we do in today's time. That's why the Lord said he waits at us, because he knows some of us don't know. But when you do find out, and then you still want to eat shrimp, crab, lobster, and pork, you're going to be cut off. Because you already know, these things that you ain't supposed to do, but you didn't got so used to eating that pork chop sandwich and pork chop and gravy, you understand? And now you don't want to break away from it. It ain't hard to come off of that stuff, you understand? That's what the Lord is saying. It ain't hard, you know what I'm saying? Because if you wanna get another woman, you're gonna go get you another woman. You wanna get off pork, you're just gonna not eat pork. You're not gonna worry about the feelings of that other woman. Right. I love her, so then you're gonna go get another one. Right. You understand? You came off that pork, you understand? You don't have to eat no shrimp, crab, lobster, even though we've been eating it for the last 40, 50, 60 years. We give you a little time to, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna press you for it. But at some point, you know what I'm saying, you gotta break away from, you know, just like when you get older, you know, you can't go back to your mama's chest. You got to get up off that, you understand?
Right.
You gotta change your ways. And
You know what's so crazy about the fact that they can't get off the pork? They call it, they think it's meat.
Right.
And if you understand what the biblical term of the word meat means, it's nourishment. Pork is not nourishment, it's poison.
Right.
It was called an abomination. That means it don't feed the body.
Right.
It poisons the body.
Right.
If you pay attention to the absolute, it's called an abomination, which means it's a curse. These things are not good for you. Shrimp, crab, lobster, all these things. The ocean is so dirty and so polluted right now because all the cleaners of the oceans are on the damn dinner table.
They're being fished out.
They're on the dinner table. They had red lobster. They had the crab boil.
Yeah, they tell you it's a delicatessen.
This is a delicacy. You know what I'm saying?
The parasites in crabs is so high. You understand? Like
The iron, what was it called? The mercury levels and ion levels and all these other things are so. These things were meant to eat these things.
Right.
You can feed a pig right now. You can feed him a handful of cyanide. He won't die.
Yeah.
But the cyanide is gonna be in his meat.
Yeah.
And when you eat his meat, you gonna die. It's gonna kill you, but he's built for it.
Right.
That's his purpose. He's the natural waste management of the earth. Just like the shrimp, crab, and lobsters are the natural waste management of the ocean, of the waterway.
Exactly. The pig was created to eat the trash. The pig wasn't created to be eaten.
It wasn't that's not nourishment for your body.
Right.
That's poison. So knock it off, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Let those strangers who are not Black, Hispanic, and then let them do whatever the hell they want to do. The law wasn't created for them. You understand? Now, what they were supposed to do, what they are supposed to do, is look at the men that the law was created for and follow their pattern if they ever want to see salvation from or to be in favor, to be favored by the Most High, to have grace on them.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what the brothers in the ISUPK do. If you white, if you African, if you any of these Japanese, Chinese, look at what we do. Look at how we treat brothers. Look at how we treat sisters. Look at how we go out and we have compassion for homeless people. We have compassion for people who the have-nots. You understand? That's what Christ did. He had compassion for the have-nots. Rich people don't need the Lord. That's what the scriptures say. Rich people don't need the Lord. Their God is money. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Go out and do the things that we do. Pick up the poor, raise the dead. Go out there and be a help to another brother that's in need. If you really want the blessings of the Lord, but what do? They look down on the Blacks. They look down on the Hispanics. They look down on the Native American Indians. So the Lord ain't blessing them either just because they got these fancy houses and they sitting on things. They jump off the bridge the most.
Exactly. Committing suicide.
You know what I mean? They jump out of buildings the most. They go to Vegas, they lose everything they ever had, scared to go home and tell their wife, baby, I lost everything. They jump off the bridge. You understand?
Well, unalive themselves.
Unalive, stand in the middle of the freeway during rush hour.
And then some of them is so bad, they unalive themselves with the kids and the whole family.
The whole family got it.
Unalive the whole family. That's how bad it is to them. They unalive their whole family.
Right.
They ain't, you know what I'm saying, they ain't got nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying, you just lost everything, you know, because you worship money so much. You know, you figure you ain't got no money, why should you live? You know, we've been on this planet and we've been the most hated nation. We've been not, you know what I'm saying, we've been trickled down to, you know, little money to none. And we have survived, you understand? You know, by the grace of the Most High. Right. So we need to, like I say, we need to change our ways and understand, you know what I'm saying, who you are. You know what I'm saying? You the chosen people of the Most High. Right. You who the Lord loves. And that's in Deuteronomy 7 and 8, because I have loved you. Amos 3 and 1, you only have I known out of all the families of the earth. You understand? You only have I known.
Which means there's multiple, he know about the other nations that's on the earth. And that cuts Christianity right there.
Right.
That cuts the damn Christianity right there. God loves everybody. He's a loving God. He said, "Of all the nations on the earth, you have I loved."
Right. You only have I known.
You only have I known, which means to love you. You know what I mean?
You that first class citizen, you understand, to the Most High. You just got to treat yourself, you know what I'm saying, and understand who you are. You know, as long as
you got to be better to yourself.
Exactly.
We got to be a better nation of people to ourselves. You
Right.
understand?
All right. Exodus 31 and 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2, see, I have called by thy name Bezaleel, son of Eri, son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah. Verse 3 in the Hebrew, Wa'amah la afwa Wa'aka alahaya baka ma waba da wana waba da ait waba ka ma all ka. Verse 4. Laka sha maka shabath la aish wath bazaha abaka sa waba naka shath. Verse 5. Wabakar Shaf Bun Lama La Hat Wabakar Shaf Aitaza La Aishwath Bakar Malaka. Verse 6. Wa Anya Na Tathya Athwa Ath Ahol Yaab Bun Apya Samak Lama Amai Done Dead Waba Ka Kamash La Natafya Kakama Wa Aishwa Af Ka Ashar Tazawa Yahka. Verse 7. Af Aha Mawa'ai Wa'af Ha'aran La'aidah Wa'af Hakapara Asherah Al Yawa Wa'af Ka Kalya Ha'aha. Verse 8. Wa'af Hashalakan Wa'af Call Yawa Wa'af Hamanara Ha'aitahara, Wa'af, Cal, Cal Yaha, Wa'af, Mazabak, Hakwa Tara. Verse 9, Wa'af, Mazabak, Ha'ayla, Wa'af, Cal Yawa, Wa'af, Hakayawar, Wa'af, Tanwa. Right? Exodus 31 and 3. Have I filled him with the spirit of the Most High, in wisdom and in understanding and in knowledge and in all manner of workmanship. Verse 4, to devise cunning works, to work in gold and in silver and in brass, and in cutting of stone to set them, and in carving of timber, to work in all manner of workmanship. And I, behold, I have given with him a whole La'ab, the son of Ahisamach, and of the tribe of Dan. And in the hearts of all that are wise-hearted, I have put wisdom, that they may make all that I have commanded thee. That's it. The tabernacles of the congregation.
He gave him the spirit of craftsmanship. You understand?
Right.
To be the builders and whatnot.
To put wisdom, you know what I'm saying? Put
the knowledge and the spirit of himself when it comes to crafting things. You understand?
Right. Well, here's verse 7. And the tabernacle of the congregation and the ark of the testimony and the mercy seat that is thereupon, and all the furniture of the tabernacle. Verse 8. And the table and his furniture and the pure candlestick with all his furniture and the altar of incense. Verse 9. And the altar of burnt offering with all his furniture and the laver of his foot. Laver and his foot. All right. 31 and 10 in Hebrew. Wa'af, Bagadya, Asharab, Rad, Wa'af, Bagadya, Aquadash, La'aharan, Hakahan, Wa'af, Bagadya, Onyawa, Lakahan, verse 11. Wa'af, Shaman, Hamashaka, Wa'af, Quataraf, Hasamyam, Laquadash, Kakar, Asherah, Tazawa Yafka, Ya'ishwa, verse 12, Waya Amar, Yahawa, Mashah, La Amar, verse 13, Wa'ata, Dabar, Banyam, Yashua, La Amar, Af, Shabatathya, Lashamarwa, Kaya, Waf, Hawa'a, Bayanya, Waba Yan Yaka, Lada Lath Yakam, Lada Aith, Kaya, Panya, Yahawa, Makodashkam, verse 14. Washamartham, Ath, Hashabath, Kaya, Kwadash, Hawa'a, Lakam, Makalo Yelha, Mawath, Yawa Math, Kaya, Ka, Ha'asha, Maha, Malaka, Wanakar, Hada Pash, Hawa'a, Makwara, Anya, 15. Shaf, Yawamyam, Aisha, Ma'aka, Waba Yawam, Hashabayaya, Shabathwan, Kwadash, La Yahweh, Ka, Ha'asha, Ba'alka, Bayawam, Hashabath, Ba'wath, Yamamath, Yawamath. Verse 16. Verse 16. Mashamarwa, Banyam, Yasharab, Ath, Hashabath, Ma'aishwath, Ath, Hashabath, Lada Barayath, Iwa Lum. Okay. Exodus 31 and 10. And the cloth of service and the holy garment of Aaron the priest and the garments of his son to minister in the priest's office. Verse 11, and anointing oil and sweet incense for the holy place, according to all that I have commanded thee, shall they do. 12, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, to speak thou also unto the children of Israel, saying, verily, my Sabbath ye shall keep, for it is a sign between me and you throughout your generations, that ye may know that I am the Lord that doeth sanctify you. Verse 14, ye shall keep the Sabbath thereof, for it is holy unto you. Everyone that defileth it shall surely be put to death. For whosoever doeth any work therein, the soul shall be cut off from amongst his people.
So what day is he speaking about?
The Sabbath.
Speaking about the Sabbath. What day we here speaking to you on the Sabbath. Do you understand? About the Sabbath. About how the Most High regards the Sabbath. Sabbath is a sacred day unto the Most High for you to rest yourself.
Right.
From your weekly slavery. The things you do from Sunday to Friday, that's up to you. But the Most High said on the Sabbath, you shouldn't do those things.
Right.
You need to excuse it. Yeah, you shouldn't do those things. You know, understand? Don't go out and do the things that you do Sunday through Friday on the Sabbath. The Sabbath day is a day where we come together. If you're not a priest, if you're not a priest in the school, then you should come together. Y'all should gather at a place And you should fire up the grill. Y'all should enjoy each other's brotherhood and sisterhood, family time. You understand? Y'all should enjoy the family time, the day of relaxation that the Most High made sacred for y'all, for us. We as priests, we come out and we do the Lord's work on this day. You understand? We teach. We go out and we stand on the corners and we give to the people in the community. And we do all these other things. But if we were not priests and we understood the Sabbath, we should be home and like I said, firing up the grill, spending time with the kids, probably fishing. You know what I mean? Shafar back there. Yeah, damn. Good. It's a lot. But yeah, that's what you should be doing on this day. Doing anything that you want to do besides serving your master is what the Sabbath was made for. Because your oppressor is such a hateful bastard that he'll work you from sun up to sundown. Sun up to sundown every day of his life. You have to go out here. You have to make a decree. You have to understand what the Sabbath is like. And if you're in between jobs right now and you just now hearing this, and this is falling onto your ears just as something that's new, when you take on that next job, when you take on the next venture that you got, take it on with understanding that you are supposed to be off on Saturday. You understand? Tell them whatever you got to tell them to get Saturday off, to have the Sabbath off. So, yeah, dude, that's how you take on. If you, like I said, if you're in between jobs, let them know, hey, Saturday, bro, I'm unavailable. I can't do it. If you got work for me on Sunday, call me on Sunday. But on Saturday, on the Sabbath, it can't happen. You understand? I have other obligations. I teach at the boys' club. I go out and I minister to the elderly. I feed the community. I don't give a damn what you got to do. Tell them that. You know what I'm saying? In order for you to have your Sabbath day off. You can just sit at home on a damn couch, but that's your day. The Sabbath was made for man. You know what I'm saying? For the Israelites. Go ahead.
That's a lot about made. We understand that, you know what I'm saying, you may not be able to get it off. Your person might, you know what I'm saying, have you scheduled to work, you know what I'm saying? So it don't fall on you if you got to work on the Sabbath. That falls on your oppressor. That's because your oppressor wants you to work 7 days a week. If he can get you to work 7 days a week, 24, you know what I'm saying, 365 days a year, he'll do it.
Yeah.
You know, but if you can get that day off, it can make every a chance.
As I say, go in there and present the fact that you need to be off on this day.
Right.
Now, if that works, fine. You know what I mean? But like the brother said, if you need that work and you got to work on Saturday, and damn, this ain't our place of rest. So,
right.
With that being said, he gonna press you to that point, and you got to work. You got to go to work.
Right.
But if you can, you present this first. Hey, I need Saturday off. If you got any work for me on Sunday, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
The days where the Christians supposedly going to church, you get out there and you get busy.
You know, like I said, we know that ain't you. You know what I'm saying? If it's your oppressor falls on him, you got nothing to worry about. All right, Exodus 31 and 15. 6 days in work be done, but in the seventh is the Sabbath of rest, the holy to the Lord. Whosoever doeth any work in the Sabbath day, he shall surely be put to death. You know, and if you going into a job saying, I work on Saturdays,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
There saying I don't. That's what I'm saying.
You're supposed to understand that's your day of rest, spiritually. You understand? The Lord has set that up. Yeah, it ain't that you set it up. The Lord set that up for you to have that day of rest.
I'm a big brother. I do something. I volunteer.
Yeah.
Someone, I mean, whatever. But you go in there and you play on their strings just like they play on yours.
Right.
I mean, how you is it lying to a goddamn deceiver? You don't gotta know my hand. You understand me?
Right.
You sit here and deceive me every goddamn day. Why am I gonna put all my cards on the table for you? And if need be, hey, goddamn, I'm a priest. Damn it, if you got it like that, you understand me.
So-called religiously, they supposed
to respect it.
They supposed to honor that. You know, because if some of these Muslim groups, they go into these work and the people give them that day off. You know what I'm saying? They don't, when they work for them and they don't try to feed them no pork or something like that. You understand? They recognize, these other nations. But if they can get you, you know what I'm saying? Your oppressor know if he can get you to you wanting to work on Saturdays, you know what I'm saying? You're going to get your own God.
That's the first presentation.
Yeah. You're going to get your own God. And the scriptures say, he shall surely be put to death, you understand? And you don't want that, you know what I'm saying? You have to have the understanding of it, you know what I'm saying? What matters to you. And
you got to try. You got to try to have that day off.
Yeah.
And if that wicked bastard says no, then you know that.
Right.
You got to show up. You understand? But if not, if you don't even try, you just go in there like the brother said, you just go in there. I'll take Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't take Saturday. Take Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to be off on Sunday? I'll work on Saturday, but give me Sunday off. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the wrong spirit. Go ahead.
Verse 16, wherefore the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath, to observe the Sabbath throughout the generations for a perpetual covenant.
Perpetual means everlasting.
Continuing.
Right. To have, and another thing about perpetual is the hate that the deceiver, that the white man has for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Throughout the generations, throughout time, his hate has been perpetual. It has always been there. There's no such thing as it's going to get better in the morning when it comes to dealing with the devil. You understand? It's not going to get better. It's not going to get better. It's like dealing with it's like being a man with a wicked ass wife. And every day you wake up, you think it's going to get better. She going to talk more shit than she did yesterday, nigga. At the end of the day, you understand? You're going to be more, you're going to be more violated than you was yesterday. The infractions is going to pile up tons more than it was yesterday. Everything they do is to set out to destroy you. That's why the scripture says it's better for a man to dwell in a small corner, the man cave of the house, than in the whole house with a viperous woman. You understand?
Right.
A woman that does nothing but destroy his spirit. And that's what these other nations do to blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. They destroy your spirit.
Right.
They tear you down to the point where you think, oh, that's normal. Is it normal to be treated like a Salaki? Is it normal to be treated less than a man? Less than a woman? You know what I'm saying? Is it normal for that? That's not normal. That's not normal. And what's America's what's their slogan? All are created equal.
Right.
We're all equal.
Yeah.
We're all equal. Then how come we don't have the things that the other nations have?
Exactly.
How come all the businesses in the black community, the Yemen man run them now? Right. If you in Oakland, if you're anywhere in California, every liquor store there's a Yemen man behind the counter.
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven, there's a Middle Eastern man behind the counter. What's it? Indian.
Yeah.
7-Eleven, all the Indians own that. The Yemen own the liquor stores. All the pizza joints are being ran. Hey, Church's Chicken is ran by Indian people.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, it is. Absolutely it is.
In our neighborhoods.
In our neighborhood. Ain't no goddamn churches in the white neighborhood. White people don't even allow stores in their neighborhoods. His rib can't go down to the damn store every time and see Ali down there, you know what I'm saying? And fall into a relationship with Ali because she gets up at 11 o'clock at night and goes down to the corner store and want to hang out down there. They don't have that in their neighborhood. So the chances of them doing these type of things, they got to travel outside. They don't want that riffraff coming through their neighborhoods, you understand? You can't just pull up in a white damn community. No stores around there. They come to you where they build all the stores and they oppress you, and then they want to take you to jail because you don't have the money to buy the things that they have in these stores in your community, and you have to take it. I'm not telling you to take nothing, but I can understand what the big picture is. You understand? Why there's so many prisons out there? Why there's so many things that are traps for Blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians? To put these stores in your neighborhood, the Walmart, the damn Targets, and all these other things, and you can't afford none, but you need what they got inside. And you go in there and you take some. Now next thing you know, you got Bill Clinton. You got the 3-strike law.
Right.
You done stole a loaf of bread to feed the kids peanut butter and jelly, because your first option is to preserve your life, and that's with food. So you go in there and you take a pack of bread. That's your 3rd strike.
You go to jail for life.
You going to jail for life. A loaf of bread, man. White man's the devil that the Bible speaks of.
It's a lot about man. I guarantee you, I make a bet with anybody. I bet you go to China, you won't find a barbecue spot in China everywhere. Nowhere. But you look in our neighborhood, you're going to find them dry cleaners. You're going to find them here. You're going to find them there. You understand? They're going to be in your neighborhoods. I guarantee you.
Yeah. There ain't no white people, there ain't no Black people that own a dry cleaner.
Right.
Or a washerette.
Right.
You understand? They got the green light to slang they dope in your neighborhood. And their dope puts their kids through college. Salaki for the term that I'm using. But all their kids go to college based on the wash houses that they have in your community, the dry cleaning places that they have in your community.
Right.
The liquor stores that they have.
Mm-hmm.
Black people don't own nothing in their neighborhood.
Small grocery stores and everything.
The ShopRites, the Gonzales, you know what I mean?
It's like that one over by Cub House. They own that meat market.
That meat market, yeah. So
you go in there and they treat you a certain kind of way. They treat you a certain kind of way.
Hey,
hurry up and buy. Hurry up and buy.
The women are rude. Hey, now the dude, he's somewhat personable. You know what I mean?
Right.
But them women, they have no God.
They so damn evil. They hurry up and buy. You know, you saying, can I see this or something? You know, hey, no, I can't do that.
Right.
You know,
want it? You want to buy it?
Yeah.
And they in the hood. So go ahead, though.
All right, we had Exodus 31 and 17. In Hebrew, by Yanya, Wabayan, Banyam, Yasharal, Awaf, Awaa, La Ta'ailam. Kaya, Shashaf, Yawamyam, Asha, Yahawa, Hasha Mayam, Wa'at, Ha'arataza, Wabayawam, Hasha Bayaya. Shabbat, Wayana Pash, verse 18. Wayadan, Shah, Kakalafwa, Ladabar, Afwa, Bahar, Sayanya, Shanya la kath. Ha'adat la kath. Aban. Katabium. Ba'atzabai. Alahaya. All right. 32 and 1. Wayara'a ha'ain haya bashasha basha larada man ahar wayakuha ha'ain aharan waya amar al yawa kwawam Aisha Lanawa Alahaya Ashara La Yalakwa Mapanyanawa Kaya Za Asha Ayash Aishara Ha'al Ma'arataza Matazarium La'a Yadai Lawa Ma Haza Haya Lawa. Verse 2. Waya Amar Alham Aharan Rakwa Nazam ya Hazaha Ashara Ba'azanya Na Yakam Banyakam Wabanath Yakam Wahabaya Awa. Verse 3. Waya Rakwa Ka Ha'ain Af Nazamya Hazaha Ashara Ba'azanyaham Waya Awa Aharan. Verse 4. Waya Kwa Waya Dum Waya Tazar Athwa Bakarat Waya Aishawa Aigar Masaka Waya Amarawa Ahab Alahayaka Yasharala Ashara Ha'alawa Matazari. Verse 5. Verse 5. Waya Aharan Waya Bana Mazabak Lapanyawa Hayakwara Aharan Waya Amar Ha Laya Hawa Makar. All right. Exodus 13, 31, and 17. It is a sign between me and the children of Israel forever. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth. Wait, 31 to 17. 13. No, I said 13, but 31 and 17. 31, 17. It is a sign between me and the children of Israel forever. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, and on the seventh day he rested and was refreshed.
And if I may, I'm not going to hold the class up too much, but if you understand this 6 day thing, and you're not looking at it as a Christian, in a Christian mindset,
right?
6 days. What does the scripture say that a day is unto the Lord?
It's
1,000 years.
Yeah.
So you got to think it was a long.
Right.
Think of it as a long time.
Right.
For the 6th day, it wasn't Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Right.
It wasn't that. It was a long time that this process happened. You understand?
Right.
When you truly get to understand it on the 6th day, all this stuff happened, all these things formulated and coagulated and came together. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Throughout the years, as he was presenting them to the earth, and on the 6th day, so the earth had been around for a long time. Right. By then, you understand?
And on the 7th day he rested.
And on the 7th day he rested. After all these years had passed,
right?
Thousands, you could say thousands of years had passed. Then he said, you know what, everything complete. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's good.
Right.
To my liking. Go ahead.
Verse 18. And he gave unto Moses, when he had made an end of communing with him upon Mount Sinai, two tables of testimonies, tables of stone written with the finger of the Most High.
Right. And like that being said, you already know that Adam and them was here before that time. So you're not speaking about the fact that when he gave the law to Moses, that people wasn't already in existence. You understand?
Right.
So just know that it wasn't just like I said, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and a man just popped up on the earth on Friday. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
On Friday, you got a man, then he go to sleep and a woman pop up Friday night. That's not it. Go ahead.
Exodus 32 and 1. And when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down out of the mount, people gathered themselves together unto Aaron and said unto him, up, make us gods, which shall go before us. For as for this Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, he won't not what is become of him. Well, no, what become of him. Verse 2. And Aaron said unto them, break off the golden earrings which are in the ears of wives of your sons and of your daughters, and bring them unto me. Verse 3. And all the people broke off the golden earrings which were in their ears and brought them unto Aaron. He received them at their hand and fashioned it with a graving tool. Made it to molten calf. And they said, these be thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And when Aaron saw it, he built an altar before it, and Aaron made proclamations and said, tomorrow is a feast to the Lord.
Right. So what just happened? What just happened right there?
They start worshiping the idol.
They start worshiping the idol, and what happened to Aaron? He became TD Jakes, didn't he?
Right.
He absolutely just turned into a Christian pastor.
Right.
All that work he had done, all the things he knew about the Lord, what did he do? He went against that to appease the people.
Right. Exactly.
To satisfy the people.
That's your Christian church tomorrow.
That's what your Christian church is going to do for you tomorrow.
Right.
Appease the people. They're gonna tell you about the Bible, but they're gonna have pork inside the establishment.
Right.
They're gonna be sleeping with the deacon's wife. The pastor's gonna be sleeping with the deacon's wife, and all these other things. He's gonna tell you that the Lord loves everybody, and you could have another God.
Right.
You could have all the gods you want.
Right.
But with the faith of a mustard seed, that's all you need. Hey, if you got an inkling of thinking that you know the Lord, you understand, of that you love the Lord, you will be all right. That mustard seed never has to grow into a plant,
Right.
into a mustard plant. It just needs to stay a seed, which means it never gets nourished. It never gets planted. The roots never grow. Your understanding stays the same. Absolutely, it does. That's what this brother just did to these people. He just said to these people, okay, we can do whatever makes y'all happy. You know what I'm saying? Whatever makes y'all happy. The Lord said the truth hurts. And so and with that being said, the truth is always going to be the truth. You can't have a damn golden idol. The people worried about themselves. It said Moses was gone for longer than they expected. Well, where's he at? What's he doing? You know what I'm saying? We need something to worship. We need something to listen to. No, the truth is within you, man. So your inward parts. Why would you go out and make a damn great image of something when the truth is in you? You know better. You should know better. But the spirit of the other nations is so engraved in you that you think you need a damn false idol.
Right.
You think you need a false prophet. The Asian dude that can't.
Oh, yeah.
My man.
Yeah. Oh, my man.
That's why they look like showing up.
You know? Exactly why he ain't around now. The Lord got rid of him.
Got rid of his ass. Exactly. He said they false prophets. They look like so. But in the real, you got these false prophets and you got these false images and you got that cross around your neck,
right,
thinking you're holy.
Right.
Niggas worship the cross. We don't worship this Magun Dawada. This is not what we bow down to every night. You understand? You might see us with it on, but that ain't what we worship.
Exactly.
So we don't got no graven images up here. All thing we do is represent. We honor the word of the Most High. You understand? And Christ that came to teach the word of the Most High, the high priest. Go ahead.
We don't worship, you know what I'm saying, King David.
Right. We don't worship King David.
This is just a
we understand the lineage. Yeah, this is the Dawada.
Right.
The Magun Dawada, the seal, the signature of David.
Exactly.
So we honor his signature, but we don't worship it.
Right.
Nigga, you're not gonna see me killing nobody in the name of the Magun Dawada.
Like the Arabs, you know, they break out their little carpet. They on the side of the road. You go like,
you're supposed to pray in private, right?
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of I'm at the Port of Oakland, you know what I mean? I work at the Port of Oakland. So they out there and they in the middle of the damn thing. Certain times of the day, just I'm sitting there looking at these bastards. You know,
look, it's funny at my job. He doing it at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Right next to his car. He done broke out with the little carpet. He doing this 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's supposed to be in private.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, look at this here. You know, and that just goes to show you, you know what I'm saying? We have learned to worship idols, you know what I'm saying, and these kind of things. And the Lord is telling us, don't worship no idols, you know what I'm saying? Don't worship no other gods. You know what I'm saying? There is nobody besides me. Ain't nobody besides the Most High.
Right.
You know, they be like, you know, some other guys sitting back there and they, you know, they just
wait on his turn.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? What's up, dog?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You gonna put me in the front right now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got shotgun. Can I ride shotgun today, nigga? You give it all. Yeah, I would have been up front all week, nigga. Can I get to the front? No, nigga, you can't get to the front. There is no other guy. You
Ain't
understand?
happening.
Christ didn't even exalt himself over the Most High.
Exactly.
So niggas out here talking about Christ is God. Christ said himself, "Why call me good?"
Yeah, there's none good but one.
But one, and it ain't me.
Right.
As good as you think I am, niggas, it gets better than me.
Man.
It gets better than this, is what the man said. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
All right, Exodus 32 and 6. So 6. Why shop yamwa mama kawa. Why awa I laugh. Why gosh what shalom yam. Why shop ha'ain la'akar wa shafwa. Why kwamba la tazat quack. Verse 7. Why debar Yahawa Al Masha Lakad Ra Kaya Ka Ain Ka Ashara Ha Al Yata Rataza Tazaria. Verse 8. Sarwa Mahar Man Hadarak Ashara Tazawayatham Aishwa Laham Igar Masaka Waya Shath Kawa Lawa Waya Zabakwa Lawa Waya Amarwa Alha Alahayaka Yasharah Ashara Ha'alaiwak Rataza Matazarian. Verse 9. Waya Amar Yahawa Masha Ra'ayaf Af Ha'ain Hazah Wahana Ain Kwasha Ira Hawa'a. Verse 10. Wa'aita Anayaka Ka Amar Yahweh Al Masha Yaf Ya'af Ha'ain Hazah Wahana Ain Kwasha Iraq Hawa'a. Verse 10. Wa'ata Anayaka Laya Wayakar Ya Baham Wa'akalam Wa'asha Wafka Lagawaya Gadawa. Verse 11. Wayakar Shah Af, Panya, Yahweh, Allah Hayawa, Waya Amar, Ma, Yahweh, Yakara, Ka, Ba'ainka, Asherah, Hawa Taza'af, Ma'arataza, Matazarium, Bakak, Gadawa, Wabayad, Kazakwa, verse 12, La Ma, Ya Marwa, Ma Tazarium, La Amar, Wa I, Hawa Tazaya La Harag, Atham, Baharium, Wala Katham, Ba'al, Panya, Ha'adama, Shawab, Makar one, Akka, Wahanakam, Harai, La'ainka. La'ainka. Okay, so Exodus 32 and 6, and they rose up early. Real quick.
Look at the difference in this. This is what people think you need to go to warfare right now these days. You know what I mean? But this ain't even it. You need an AK now, right? So once upon a time, we went from this, but Samson had this. You know what I mean?
Jawbone was it?
Jawbone, and he slayed 1,000 men, right? With this.
With the jawbone.
With the jawbone. And then it went to this. And now the modern day sword is a AK.
Right. Nuclear missile or something like that.
Yeah, but handheld, if you want to have, think you'll hold on nuclear.
I mean, the missile's a sword too, you know, so.
It's modern warfare, yeah, absolutely. So modern day, but yeah, I'm saying if you had to possess something,
right,
your greatest thing would be an AK or something.
Yeah, AK, right.
So, but it went from
right
to to AK now. You know what I mean?
Right. Start from the top. All right. Exodus 32 and 6, and they rose up on the morning and offered burnt offerings and brought peace offerings, and the people sat down to eat and to drink and rose up to play. Verse 7, the Lord said unto Moses, Go, get thee down, for thy people which thou broughtest out of the land of Egypt have corrupted themselves.
Go and get them there, for the people that I brought out, that I saved, they done already sinning, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They down there turning up, man.
Christian church.
Twerking going on down there.
That's tomorrow.
Hey, at church, that Christian dance they doing ain't nothing but twerking, you understand?
Right.
They ain't nothing but voodoo. Go ahead.
They have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them. They have made them a molten calf and have worshipped it.
They made them a cross and they worship it.
Right. And have sanctified thereunto and said, These be thy gods.
Sanctified. They made it holy. Go ahead.
O Israel, which have brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. Verse 9, and the Lord said unto Moses, I have seen.
What if you understand what does Egypt mean? The land of Egypt, the land of bondage.
Right.
I saved y'all from the land of bondage where y'all were slaves.
Right.
And the first chance y'all get is to turn your back on me. That's a stiff-necked nation of people. That's a nation of people that was hell-bent on being oppressed. You understand? Right. That's just like today's society. It's just like today's society. You have made many gods in the face of this earth right now. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian, you ever believe the amount of gods that they worship. You got black people with Chinese goddamn writings on.
Right.
Yeah, with Chinese scriptures on.
Right. Like that's supposed to mean something.
What the hell? Have you ever seen a Chinese person with what is black writing? You can't even say that black people have a writing. Chinese would never get that shit. This is supposed to be the thing that you have on you is supposed to be wise. I have Chinese scripture on me. You know what I mean? In Chinese, this means the sun rises after the moon goes down.
Right.
You know what I mean? Wow, what the hell? Nigga, what's so spiritual about that? Everybody knows the sun rises when the moon go down. But this is a high holy tattoo that I have on me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
This is gonna save me.
It's a wide script.
Yeah.
Ancient Chinese secret.
Right.
You don't get the hell out of here with all this damn debauchery and all these damn gods that you worship. You understand?
Straight madness.
Madness. Go ahead.
10. Now therefore let me alone, which that my wrath may wax hot against him.
Oh, whoa! Step aside, Brad.
I'm gonna do my thing.
Hey, you don't want to be in the way.
I take care of that.
You don't want to be in the way of this. Yeah. Stand over there, Brad.
I'm finna wax hot.
Stand over there.
You know, you might not want to get none of this, homie.
You get spared. The rest of the niggas down there,
we finna see. You finna see what I'm finna do.
Right. And go ahead.
And that I may consume them. And I will make of thee a great nation. So the ones that, you know what I'm saying, that want to follow him, you know what I'm saying, y'all gonna be the shit.
And the ones that didn't,
and the ones that, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna wax hot. That ain't good. Verse 11, and Moses besought the Lord his God and said, Lord, why doth thy wax hot against thy people, which thou hast brought out of the land of Egypt with great power and with a great mighty hand?
He's like, oh, it's lucky, sir.
Hold
Damn,
on, man.
You know what I mean?
Hold on, man.
You finna do what? You finna do what? Come on, sir. Don't
chill out, man. Try to chill if you can. The Lord says, stand aside.
But hold on, sir. Shit, can I speak? Can I speak for the people? Is basically what he's saying.
Right.
Can I speak? Can I go talk to him? Can I go talk to him, sir? You know what I'm saying? Let me talk to him. See if I can calm them down and change their mind about some of the things that they got going on.
Right.
You know, go ahead.
Verse 12. Wherefore should the Egyptians speak and say, for mischief did he bring them out to slay them in the mountains and to consume them from the face of the earth. Turn from thy fierce wrath and repent of this evil against thy people. The Lord speaking for him. I mean, Christ speaking for him. I mean, Moses speaking for him.
Right.
He's trying to save you.
He's like, damn, Lord, shit.
You know, he's trying to save you. You know, he's literally trying to save you from destruction. You know, just like we get out here and we're trying to save our people from destruction too.
That's the same thing Christ came to do.
Right.
Christ came to speak for you. He spoke for you. He gave his life. You know what I'm saying? In order to speak for you.
Mm-hmm.
To show, because the Lord was done with niggas then. Again. It's been a few times and then the people had to speak for the people. You know what I'm saying? Because it's such a stiff-necked nation of people.
But you trying to tell Moses, hold on, Moses, we wanna worship this golden calf. You know what I'm saying? They went into what you're saying.
We want to all be, it said in the list, we want to all be gods, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
everybody think that they supposed to be the person that it's like the Christian church when they be like the Lord, when somebody wake up, they say the Lord spoke to me last night, told me I need to do this, and I need to do that. You know what I mean?
That's that demon speaking to you.
Right.
Yeah, that's all.
That's that damn demon speaking to you, man.
You can't tempt the Lord. You know, you can't tempt the Lord with wickedness.
And it ain't that you driving around in a Ferrari or a Corvette. That don't mean you know the Lord. You understand? That does not mean you know the Lord.
So now alligators don't mean nothing.
No, that. Yeah, that don't mean nothing. So was that the end of that? That's the end of our yeah. Okay, yeah. So with that being said, that don't mean nothing, man. The things that you put up on a pedestal, you better get up there and take them down, man. Take that pedestal down and take all those images and items that you regard in high value.
Right.
Take them down, man.
That you thought was helping you, they don't destroy you.
They don't mean nothing.
Yeah, destroying you.
You know what I mean? And don't be sitting around. And don't be sitting around talking about my grandmother's looking down on me. I know my dad's up there in heaven looking down on me.
Right.
My mama, niggas in the NBA, what's the first thing they do when they win an NBA championship? My mom, she's looking down on me.
Right.
Nigga, you just made her a god.
Man. And then on top of that, you forgot about the man who brought you here.
Nobody cares about the bloodline. Who is that? I wore?
Hold on.
Nobody cares about the righteous spirit of where lineage. Hey, so with that being said, this concludes our Sabbath service, you understand?
Right.
Hey, the water for the brothers and sisters that tuned in.
Right.
Go ahead and call up someone.
All right, we're going to say a module. All right, men of Israel, we give one courtesy to the teacher. Men of Israel, Mother Shabbat, Amachi. Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah.
Nayamatah. Men of Israel, give one courtesy to a sister out there that may be watching. Men of Israel, Mother Shabbat, Amachi. Barak,
Yahweh Shabbat, Hashem Yahshua.
Nayamatah. Class dismissed.